It's not fair. On Wednesday, Kofi had to go to the vets. They'd found a lump and she had to have it removed on her back leg. It wasn't dangerous, it's okay. I think it was my stomach rumbling. It was okay, but she had some stitches over the back and she came out there with a lot less fur than what she went in with. So, we all love Kofi, so Wednesday night I stayed in and looked after her. Tried to nurse her back. She'd been under anaesthetic and everything, and she was feeling a bit not herself. So I laid down with her and cuddled her and made sure she was all right. My stomach's rumbling. But it made me miss the match.
But it's hard, it's so hard being me. Yeah, it's hard, it's so hard being me.
Anyway, by popular demand, the Avit show's back. Someone once told me I look like Someone once told me I look like Harry. Someone once told me I look like Tommy Cooper. Is it on?
Yes.
Focus it.
It's on and it's focused. Will you fuck off?
But, and it's the Avit show from...
the new issue of Blown Bubbles is of course out. It's October's issue, and look who we got on the front cover. The main man himself, Pele. We were chuffed, absolutely chuffed, to get this chat with Pele where he talks about the possibility of playing for West Ham.
So I didn't get to go to the match. I managed to see it on the internet. Charlton, fantastically, how they did it, I don't know. Beamed it live into my room. Katie Bottom was commentating with some other blokes making stupid comments. Wouldn't get to me making stupid comments, would you? Anyway. So, if you don't know what happened, Charlton have won 8 games on the bounce. West Ham turned up, took the trampoline away, brought them back down to earth, done 3-1. Nothing lucky about it. Nothing lucky about it at all. It's a well-planned victory. 2 banks of 4. Working as hard as anybody. I wasn't going to say socks off because that's a bit cliche, but they work their socks off, and then 2 up front running their hearts out. The 2 up front, Molly Peters and Paige Anderson James, they got the goals, and the 4 behind them and the 4 behind them made sure that Charlton only scored 1 goal. It's a fantastic. It wasn't like the Alamo. It was like a bit like Muhammad Ali when he beat George Foreman. You know, he sort of was on the ropes, but you know, he wasn't any in danger. And then when the time was right, hold that. You know, it was a bit like that. Only no boxing. Yeah, it was good. It was good, but I didn't get to see it because it was raining. And no, it wasn't raining. It was because the dog wasn't well.
I knew I was going to get surrounded by defenders, so I just thought, shoot, let's get this ball in the net, and it did.
You've got to take your hat off to the West Ham management team of Greg De Carnes, I think that's how you say it, and Josh Ewens, I think how you say that. They ditched the old Barcelona million passes before we crossed the halfway line tactics and gave us some really good football. Really good football. Molly Peters, every time she made a run, the ball came to her for a change. And Paige is playing brilliant, absolutely brilliant. There's a new girl started called Rosie Kamita, and she was the dynamo, I suppose you'd call it. You know, she was the engine. She was the alternator. Or spark plugs. Anyway, she was good. and she kept everything going tidy. The back four worked hard. I think I said their back four worked hard. The goalie was allowed to kick goal kicks further than the edge of a penalty area, which made a big difference because the ball was ending up in Charlton's half. I said it a bit quickly, didn't I? Charlton's half for a change. And Charlton, although they got their good players top of the league. I mean, they played like a top of the league team. They didn't have an off day, but we outwitted them. Oh, I say we, I wasn't there, but we outwitted them. For Sunday, we're playing Coventry, another bogey team event. Well, I think they're all bogey teams, but now we're sort of like playing a lot better. We'll be sort of on a level par, maybe even better.
I keep dancing on my own. I don't know, mate. We're singing this for you, Al.
I was in the toilet at the time, so perhaps that's the way forward. Me going to have a dump and
let's have it.
He probably won't thank me for showing you this, but this is what happened when Charlie from Hammer's Chat decided to call the northern section of Babe Station.
Anyway.
Don't tell anyone he did it. He's get in trouble.
Who are you?
Hello, I am Natalie Bromley, and I am here to talk to you about all things in blue.
Well, we'll see. I
have to come before the entertainment, I think.
So far, so good. Seem to love saying he should be Arsenal manager. As soon as you said balls, all of a sudden my confidence has completely gone.
But Burnley have got a reputation for being long ball specialists and being quite defensive in their approach.
I don't want to use the term boring because it's kind of derogatory, but
have been really, really entertaining. So I'm happy, and you know, at the end of the day, it's an entertainment business.
Oh, I don't give a fuck.
Okay, you heard it here first.
Anyway.
And now for a complete new section called Mike's Anal Allergies. Well, it's Mike's Analogies, really, but, you know, I thought of anal allergies was funnier. But anyway, Mike's Analogies, where we look at the analogy of the week.
Bit of like when a distant posh aunt comes to visit you in your estate and gets harassed by scroats with bulldogs in that way that they're slightly above it all but can't help acknowledging it exists.
They seem to be enjoying their dinner very much. They haven't noticed me yet. I've got to keep really quiet or it could get nasty. I think it's OBN. They look expensive glasses, so it must be... I've joyed them with carrots today, just to make it last a bit longer. Peter seems to be having a bit of trouble with it. One of my favourite sections of Hammer's Chat TV is the match preview. It does what it says on the tin and they preview a match. They get a panel of experts and they chat about what's going to happen, what they think is going to happen. I don't know why they think they're Nostradamus or something, but just best way to find out is wait till the match starts, I suppose. But anyway, they all give their expert opinion and the depth of knowledge is unbelievable. And I was utterly shocked at the depth of knowledge when West Ham played Brighton.
Gonzo, what's your thoughts on Brighton?
Well, I know much about Brighton as I do about Burnley or anybody else for that matter. I don't know a lot about them. I've got one of the defenders in my fantasy football team.
Charlie, is there any Brighton players that you fear, or is there anyone you would take at West Ham?
To be honest with you, mate, Brighton are not a team that I have researched deeply into. I don't actually know a lot about them at all. I literally couldn't say. I could have a look, but I don't even think I'd recognise any of the players, to be honest.
Dwight and Agosh.
And I don't suppose Charlie Roxburgh from Roxburgh TV, the last chap on there, will be sticking that one on his CV. Anything could happen. 45 minutes left. There's a bit of house music going on. Insomnia, I think. Try and stay awake for the second half. Anyway. A lot of people didn't appreciate my little joke about Mike maybe going to powder in his nose. It was a joke, right? It was a joke, right? A joke, you know. It was just a silly joke. Now, I've just about put out the last burning cross on my front lawn, and the one thing I will say about Mike, I mean, sincerely, I think he needs better material.
Oh, that'll throw Avit right out of his pram.
I'm talking about the shirts, better material. They're very inquisitive.
Do I look bothered?
Hey Gonzo, it's Emily and I am here with the latest issue of Blowing Bubbles magazine.
And a quick mention for the Thames Ironworks Community Football Club. I think I got that right. Coupled with West Ham Fan TV. Lovely lads. They asked me to take some photographs. Done that. Went down there. Met them. Really nice fellas. That Nick of West Ham Fan TV puts a lot of work in. I've realised. Maybe I was a little bit unkind when I thought, you're a bit miserable, mate. But if you see the work that bloke puts in over the weekend, you'd be miserable. No, you wouldn't be miserable if you saw it. I mean, you'd be miserable if you was doing what he was doing. Anyway.
Still recording?
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm still talking to you.
Oh, okay.
Back to Thames Ironworks Community Football, could be a mouthful, isn't it? I'm getting to know the team now. I almost know the team, sort of. It takes me a while, you know, it's all a lot of players. But they got like Mr. Fumble in goal. I don't think that's his real name. In fact, I gave him that name for obvious reasons. I think I got Charlie Roxburgh left back. He's all right. They got right back. They got a couple of blokes in the middle. They got Pennywise Pyatt. It's a good name, but he's a really good player. They got a bloke I call Robocop. He calls himself Ginger Andy Carroll, but his real name's Kurt. Work that one out. But he's like comes up. You know, who are you going to call? Not Ghostbusters. Call Kurt because you get the job done.
You're watching the Avit show.
Got a bloke called Bones. He's right nice. He's very skinny. I don't know whether Bones is his nickname or his name's Bones, but well, I got Ethan Payne. Ethan. He's known as Bazunga, something like that. Bazooga.
Start.
You're watching the Avit show.
Kids.
Who else I got? Luke. I didn't see him last time. Luke, he's blonde-haired bloke. He's got his own site. Well, we've all got our own site. Well, apart from blind people, but his own channel. He's got his own channel. And yeah, there's a few others who are probably going to have a go at me now for forgetting, but sorry. I was a bloke up front as well. Not got a lot of hair, but that's no disrespect. I mean, I'm just trying to describe him. Oh, and Cess. I like Cess. He is mega. He's on the ball and he's one cool dude. He's really nice as well. So it's another one I remembered. Oh, and a bloke who looks like Jamie Carragher. I think his name's... No, I don't know his name. But he looks like Jamie Carragher, so I'm going to call him Carragher or something.
Dwight and Agosh.
There's another new feature that I'm going to feature on the... Oh, there's too many features, isn't it? There's another new section that I'm going to feature on the show. It's called Two Fingers to the Guitar. And basically, I'm going to be teaching you how to play music on the guitar with only two fingers. It's not like two fingers to the guitar. It's like playing with two fingers. And you'll be able to play things like... Whether you want to play that or not is another thing. Because you might not. You might want to play something good. Oh, and nearly forgot to mention, You know that little thing I did on your show about, I don't like it much, and it was a bit of a joke, and I don't mind it if you want to make yourself look like you're on the X Factor or something. It's up to you. But I'm a great fan of it. Anyway, at the West Ham ladies match versus Coventry ladies, in the crowd were David Sullivan and Jack Sullivan. David Sullivan Senior. And afterwards, they've been interviewed by West Ham TV, and I thought, I'll wait my chance. Yeah, wait my chance. So hang about, like one of them like autograph hunters, I suppose.
Look, this thing behind me, look, it moves. Look. Ah, zut alors.
Sort of like an interview with David Sullivan, Jack Sullivan. Not supposed to be here. Probably get told off in a minute. Probably coming out on their microphone. But there you go. And I'm with Les, the Coventry man. Come all the way from Coventry. Yeah. Just like he sent me to Coventry. Ain't talking to me now. Yeah.
Yeah, you remember my name as well?
Yeah, I remember. I
can't remember that.
I didn't tell you, I don't think.
And then when they'd finished their interview, I said, "Oh, lads, any chance of a photo?" And I thought, I've got to be quick, got to be quick. And they went, "Yeah, sure. How do you want us, like this?" I thought, oh, God, what do you say? So I just took it anyway, but we're going to try and Photoshop it into a proper photo. But no, next time I'll tell them, put your hands down by your sides and, act normal.
Anyway,